All right, guys, so massive week. The market is looking, I would say, interesting. I mean, we do have pumps and whatnot, and I know that a lot of you are calling me an idiot because I said and I tweeted actually literally right before Trump announced the trade deal with China and the EU, but I said that the local top is most likely in, and this is exactly what I think is happening. No, I think I'm good. Okay, so local top is most likely in. This is what I tweeted, and I do stand by it. I do think that the local top could be in, but it's also very interesting and very important to know that, of course, like anything can happen. It's the bull market, but if I want to get ready for the pullback, I think this week could be the catalyst. Now, it's not only the August 1st tariffs, and it's not only, you know, the big happening regarding China and the EU and whatnot, but also structurally. So if you look at the chart, and most importantly, a bunch of happenings, earnings happening this week. The first report is going to be published. FOMC rate cuts, possibly a discussion on dovish or bullish Fed. We're gonna see, guys. If you are here. What should I switch back to? Oh, there we go. Let me just do this. Gambling. Bam, here we go. Okay, guys, are you here? Is everything happening? This show starts off like a very powerful show. Good old days. Okay, smash the like, guys. Let's go. Okay, so most important, before I even get going, it's all seriousness. Before I even, so the channel always has technical difficulty. Yeah, it's the channel, bro. It's YouTube. Like, I can't do nothing with it. You know, YouTube changed my camera, shit like that. I can't, like, I'm just trying my best here, bro. But YouTube is just sucks. Anyway, wanted to tell you one thing. I had an incredible show with a Mika expert. If you're in Europe, you have to watch this. We linked it in the description. So you gotta go down to the description of this show, and you gotta watch that show as well, okay? Very, very important. It's down here. Now, most importantly, it talks about Mika, and Mika is the regulation in the EU, and it's happening. And if you are one of these guys, go and try out Bybit EU. Okay, Bybit has a new platform. It's not sponsors. I'm not being paid for this. Of course, we have an affiliate link, but there is a link in the description to the new Bybit EU site. So if you are in the EU now, you can use Bybit to trade as well. So go and check that out, and of course watch the interview as well, why that is at least relevant. Now let's talk about this massive earnings today. So today is not much happening. I want to run through the week and tell you what you need to expect, and then of course I'm going to talk about the charts. I'm going to talk about why I think we could have a potential pullback happening this week. This Monday, not much happening. Tuesday, Visa earnings, PayPal earnings, UPS earnings, a lot of major earnings happening, and we do have job openings. Now, the reason why it's interesting is because, of course, a lot of so JP is coming on Wednesday. Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve will have a meeting on Wednesday, and probably I'm going to talk about that, but probably they're going to keep the rates unchanged. But stuff like the job openings is going to have an impact, and it is expected to be lower. If it is, it's much better, much more favorable for the Fed. And also, a very important thing is happening tomorrow. 2 times every year, the IMF publishes something called the World Economic Outlook Update, which is the survey of prospects and policies by the IMF staff, but it shows the projections of the world economy. This is super important, especially now with a lot of turbulence. So tomorrow is going to be interesting when I talk about that. Then we move on to Wednesday. Wednesday, we do have not only the FOMC happening, but we also do have advanced GDP reading and ADP non-farm employment change. Again, employment, as I discussed, has been relevant and will be relevant on the FOMC. Now, will they cut rates? No. Unfortunately, I know I tweeted and I know I said that there will be rate cuts happening in July. Unfortunately, it is most likely not going to happen. There is a 97%, 98% actually, probability of no cut and only 2%. And if you move on to September, it looks much different. So obviously tomorrow is going to be very important to see what the JP is thinking about the whole situation and where the Fed's mind at. There is a 60% probability for a rate cut in September. We should see this move higher as we progress onto tomorrow's FOMC, and then also the FOMC press conference later after the numbers come in. Now, also tomorrow is an extremely big. No, it's not tomorrow. Sorry, Wednesday. It's an extremely big day because that's the day when the crypto group is going to present a digital asset report. Now, why this is interesting? One of the major things that this could multiple things, okay? So what I'm arguing for is, and I'm saying that there is potentially going to be a pullback, which again can be complete bollocks. And again, you know that I have all my longs open and I close 30% just to secure. But this is going to be an extremely volatile week. So if you look at all the data, you look at Tuesday, what we just discussed, and you look at Wednesday, and on Wednesday, we do have the report coming in for the digital assets. And this is projected, again, no one actually knows, but there is a discussion that this will actually have a discussion regarding a potential way or avenue to acquire more Bitcoin on a budget neutral way. So this report could have an outline a little bit more on what we've seen previously to how could the United States government acquire more Bitcoin on a budget neutral way. And at the same time, on the same day, there is an FOMC happening. So what we could potentially see again is a very, very bullish opening on Wednesday and then a potential slam dunk later in the day. So we gotta see that. And again, if it wasn't enough, Meta is reporting earnings on Wednesday. So we're moving on to Ford, how Levis. So like there are major earnings happening on Wednesday as well. There's one more thing happening, 10-year anniversary on ETH. Again, this is going to be interesting because if the crypto report includes DeFi in any way, it's not just Bitcoin report, but it's digital assets report. If we do see anything about self-custody, if we do see anything about a DeFi, on the 10th year anniversary for Ethereum, I do think Ethereum could be a runner. We're going to look at it a little bit later. Then move on to Thursday, Bank of Japan interest rate decision. Now, I'm not saying they are going to make changes. I'm not saying that. But everybody forgot about all the, the yen carry trade. Everybody forgot about all the issues that we see in Japan. And it is going to be substantial, not only because they might not, just like FOMC, this is the Japanese FOMC. It's not because they might change rates and that is going to completely nuke the market, but it's rather because the discussions about the yen carry trade and the discussions about their interest rate and their economy could be reflecting on the States, especially coming in with the tariffs and much more. And also we have GDP and PCE. Employment risk and unemployment claims happening all on Thursday as well. And of course, just so we are not delayed, we do have Apple, we have Amazon, we do have Strategy, Coinbase, a bunch of crypto companies, MasterCard reporting earnings on Thursday as well. And then let's talk about Friday, because I think this is what a lot of people are really interested about. So massive news came out yesterday, right? So Trump said back in July, on July 6th, so it's very important to know that you have to like the show. But two, it's very important to know that Trump was very vocal about the fact that it's 9th of July is the deadline. You're going to be dead if there is no deal. But this guy is the auto deal, right? So he doesn't really, it's not like it's written in stone for him. So what he did is that he moved the 9th of July deadline to August 1st. Now, there's a lot of discussions that say that he's going to move it again. But regardless, we're going to talk about that in a second. Regardless, he has made some progress and some major announcements yesterday. One of them is a major deal with the European Union. Now, there's the US and the EU is about 800 million people. This is the largest deal. This is the largest trade deal that's ever been made. EU will invest 600 billion in the US and purchase 750 billion American energy with a massive tariff. By the way, open markets to US. So this is going to be actually quite interesting. I hope that Cybertruck is coming to Europe finally. I hope this means Elon Trump. I don't know, confirm, but this could mean. But this is very bullish, very news. This is literally right after I tweeted that there is probably a local top-in. They announced this. It's fine. But what is interesting is that there's another announcement that came out yesterday that read that they extended. So it says China and the US agreed to extend the pause on tariffs for another 90 days. Now, here's where things get a little bit, interesting. One is that Trump said that there was a deal with China. There was an announcement, and he said on June 11th that there is a deal with China. Our deal with China is done subject to final approval of the presidency and me. So what is interesting is that about 2 months later, they said that they are postponing or they are extending the pause for another 90 days. Apparently, there's still no deal. Why is that a problem? I don't know if you remember, if you have watched the shows, if you followed me on X, it's been a complete freaking shit show. And one side says one thing and the other side says another thing. This could very well come out on August 1st because Trump is not going to back down, in my opinion. At the same time, while they're announcing that there is going to be a 90 days pause on between the China and the US, China comes ahead and they say that BRICS will soon take steps to reduce reliance on the US dollar. Now, Trump was very, very, very vocal about this. He said, he basically threatened a 10% tariff on any country that aligns themselves with the anti-American BRICS policies. So there is a very interesting dynamic here that I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand. And I know that we're in a crypto bubble, and I know it's, you know, it's like bull market, and I'm all for it. But I just think that we made so much fucking money. Like, I legit think that we just made so much money. If you look at these, trades, like we took, this is my trading account that I trade on the show here. This account, look at this. This is 10x 140%. This is a 3x 80%. Like, I just don't want to look at this SUI position, 3x 157%. And yes, I closed some of it. As you see, I posted it on my Telegram. It's completely free. There's a link in the description, and because it's also going to pin it, you can join in there. But we just made so much money that I don't feel like giving all this back because of the uncertainty that is actually happening. So we could see this being a nothing burger. So I'm saying it's the big BRICS thing. So we could see this as a nothing burger, but I do think that if there is going to be volatility, this week is set for volatility. And even though Trump says, so it's here, even though Trump says that the August 1st deadline is you know, there is no extension, I would think otherwise. There is probably not going to be a pause or no push out or whatever. But I want to remind you of a couple of things. One is that he said that he's hold on a second, let me just bring this up here. He said, yes, so no extensions. There's the 90-day pause, and I want you to remember that it's being one side or another, always saying something else, okay? So do you remember this little thing here? Do you remember this news coming out in I think it was a week ago or something? Trump announced successful negotiations on the trade deal, this time with Japan, the 5th largest trading partner with the United States. Japan will invest $550 billion into the US, creating hundreds of thousands of jobs. Reciprocal tariffs of 15%. Big win, right? Big win for the US. Except that Japan comes out today and they say, oh, actually, out of the $550 billion, it's only 2% that's going to be investment. The rest is loan that basically just adds to the debt of the United States government. My problem is that the level of uncertainty is just so freaking high, is that keeping your positions, all of your positions open and long in here, even though I also believe we're in a bull market, is just ludicrous. I genuinely think it's ludicrous. So there are still a bunch of countries that did not make any trade deal. One of them being Canada, which is a problem. And the second one is being Mexico, which is also a problem. And of course, you have these small ones, South Korea, South Africa, Kazakhstan. Like, this probably doesn't matter that much. But Canada, Mexico, it does matter. And as we see, even though they had an announcement on Japan, apparently it's not as it is. And even though they have announced a deal on Japan, apparently it's not as it is. And even though they announced a 90-day pause, it might not be what it is. So I just want you to be alert, and I just want you to be focused on what is actually happening. And especially if you combine this with the actual structure break that I see, I would not be surprised if we would start seeing at least a chop or a massive nosedive this week, depending on also how the FOMC goes. Now, before I deep dive into the charts, I wanted to show you three more very cool news. One is that Hong Kong stablecoin regulation is launching. That it becomes a law on August 1st. So Asia is catching up. And then we're also going to have unemployment rates and non-farm employment happening on Friday. So again, just adds to the massive week that we are going to see. Let me just see. Some is old price in nothing burger. I'm happy, Risto. I'm so happy that it's awesome. Cuz is just smiling here at me. So and I also want you to know, like, me and Cuz don't agree the market direction at this stage, and it's fine. Like, honestly, like, it's just we'll just see how things go. And I obviously want to tell you, nothing is financial advice, and do your own research and all this stuff. I'm sharing with you what I'm doing, but I thought I'm gonna do a $50 giveaway today. Should we just do that? Because why not? I'm being burnt on my shorts, so it's time to give away money. Should we do a $50 giveaway? I mean, if we get to 200 likes and people start writing it, we can do it. So dip for the week continues. I think so. I think we might have I'm gonna look at the charts in a second, but yeah. 𝗕𝗲𝗕𝗃 brothers. Yeah, bro, great. Fefe always keep us grounded. Great analysis, brother. And again, I'll be very honest with you, and I just want to keep it very real. Like, I get so many nasty fucking comments. I always question myself if I should just even do this, you know? I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing with my own money. Like, it's here. Like, you literally see my positions. I'm sharing with you in the Telegram. Like, I'm down. I told you I'm taking a pun on pump. Why? Because it's a piece of fucking shit. It is. It is a piece of shit. But I do think that this guy, Elon, is going to come out, is going to make one rough statement, and this thing is going to pull 100% overnight. Like, I legit think that. Am I down 3.5 grand? Yeah. But I'm sharing with you what I'm doing, because a lot of time, because all of these calls the same thing. I'm sharing with you what I'm doing. Same thing here. Look at this. Same thing here. INJ short. Yes, I am INJ short. It pumped 4% from my entry. On news that the largest trade deal in history has been made, and there is a pause in tariffs for China. Like, you know, I just feel like I do whatever I do, and you guys decide what you want to take away from this. And if you don't get anything from it, then just, you know, that's it. Firestone, don't stop it. Yeah, I'm happy. Comments are nice, bro. Don't even build the market. They just being emotional because they messed up their risk. Dude, your strategy is insane. Why would anyone send hate? Yeah, it's good, man. I'm just sharing with you what I do. Haters will keep hating, bro. Yes, I love the honest sharing, good or bad. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I'm doing. All I can do is be transparent with you, be honest with you, and then the rest follows. Okay, so here we go. I have something for you. So I told you about it last week. It's pretty insane. So we do have a partner here on the channel. They're called 𝗕𝗲. You probably know about the layer 1.5, layer 1.5, I would say. Anyway, so they have something absolutely insane. They build a lot of stuff now, and they send us stuff to look at. So 𝗕𝗲 Intense, I told you about last week. It's literally like it's a cross bridge, like D-Bridge, what I told you about, but very intuitive, extremely easy to use. You can use it with a passkey. You can use it with connecting a wallet. It works on all different coins, all different chains. It's mind-boggling. Almost no fees. It's really good. But they have a feature here that I wanted to share with you, and that is the gift feature. I promised you that I'm gonna do this, and I am going to do this. So I can create you if you have someone who is not in crypto and they always say I'm gonna get in and whatever. What now you can do is you can go on to 𝗕𝗲intense.org. You can actually do it down in the description. There is a link in the description. Let me just show it here. You can see it here. You can go 𝗕𝗲intense.org. You can literally just come in here. And what you can do is that you can jump and create a gift link. Never use passkey with large amounts. Always use your private keys. You know, never. I just do it because it's very easy to do. So, by the way, I'm just saying, if anyone wants to scan this, like, it's $10. But this is how I do it. So what we're gonna do, I created these gift links. So now I'm just gonna pop them in here. All you need to do is just to claim them. It's yeah, I'm just being awesome here. Oops, you can scan this as well. So go and check them out, and also use the bridge. It is mind blowing. So I'm just gonna pop this in here. And here you go. So you can claim this, and then by the end you will see if these are 5 times 50, 5 times $10. So yeah, we're gonna do this. And then there is one more thing that we're gonna do, is that I'm gonna create now a $50 one as well. Oh, I don't want you to see. Hold on a second. Because you would see when I'm creating it. That's not good. But I want to give away, if you're rewatching the show or if you're coming in later or whatever that might be, I want to create claimed. All of them claimed. Look, all of them claimed. It's claimed. That's it. And this actually makes a point. Look at how fucking easy this is. Like, I literally just posted in here. 30 seconds later, people signed up, connected, and claimed. And now they're able to just swap it into anything they want and they can send it out. It's actually quite awesome. Anyway, so I made this link here for $50. Here's what I'm gonna do. There's a link in the description to my Telegram, okay? It's free. You can join and just share my mind. I'm gonna post it in here tonight. I'm gonna post a QR code in here, or actually a link in here. And the first come, first serve. So you wanna come in here, turn on notifications for Telegram, and then you will get it later today. I'm going to do this. And also, yeah, go and check out 𝗕𝗲 Intense. It's actually quite awesome. Okay, let's jump in here. So a couple of things I wanted to say. One is I want to look at the charts here, okay? Very important. Again, I want to be very fucking clear so everybody understands. Not financial advice, okay? I'm coming here from the bottom of my heart, doing my best, sharing with you everything I know. Been here since 2016. I got rogged, I got scammed, I got, you know, all that. I'm sharing with you what I'm doing. I'm aware that I'm the only one on crypto Twitter and on crypto YouTube that's calling for a correction here, okay? I'm aware. If you like this, you know, just do it or come back a week later, see if it worked out. If you want to follow this, you follow it. If you don't want to follow it, you don't follow it. I'm going to share with you anyway what I do, because last 3 times when I called for a correction, people saved hundreds of thousands of dollars, including me, okay? So I'm going to keep sharing for the people who care. Here we go. So 1, very important. I said, and I made this video on the 𝗕𝗲𝗃 Club, okay? So I made this video on the 𝗕𝗲𝗃 Club, major crypto update. I have this trading channel, again, link in the description, because it's going to pin it here and it's going to stick up here so you can join. I make urgent updates here, fast, quick updates that I can not do in a live show every single day. It's literally, I'm publishing a video today as well. You want to go and subscribe and turn on bell notifications. Some of them are actually sensitive. For example, this one, major crypto update. And that one, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I said that we have a problem here. We have a 4-hour market structure shift, okay? I understand it, but Fefe, we are in the bull market and I don't give a fuck, you know? I don't care. Why? Because last time when I disregarded this, you know when that happened? It happened here. When I thought it was so awesome, I said, okay, this is actually pretty cool. We do have a 4-hour break. And I said, but we need to retest this bearish order block. I said this back in June. And everybody disregarded. And from there, market went down 13%. The total market cap. We see the similar thing. A very similar thing. You have the break below here. Look at this. The 4-hour break here. And then the retrace. Look what happens here. We have a 4-hour break. Yes, we do have a high here, but it's still nothing else but a retrace, okay? So what I'm looking at, unfortunately, is a continuation to the downside in the following manner. I do think that we can have a possibility, because we have relative equal highs here, especially now added one more. This is liquidity. I would not be surprised if we would see a push here and then reject from there. I don't know, but what I know is that we probably are going to see a pullback this week down to the 3.5 trillion-ish region. What am I looking at? I will update you on the 𝗕𝗲𝗃 Club. I'm going to put up a whole explanation video of what to look for when this happens. But ultimately, I don't necessarily think that the only reason why I think we could make a new high is because of the liquidity. But in general, I don't really think that we're going to make a new high. What I actually think is going to happen is that we're going to push on New York up here, 3.91 trillion. This is a 15-minute lower low. Maybe week through, and then reject and fall, free fall down on New York. Maybe today, tomorrow, I don't know. But this is exactly the game plan I'm planning. Again, 15-minute market structure shift happening. We're going to have a retrace up to the OB or potentially New York, maybe week 3 because of the liquidity, and then reject here, and then just simply free fall down and potentially retest these lows. There's a CME gap all the way down at 114,000, and I do believe that that is going to get touched. So I would not be surprised to see a 5 to 15% correction on Bitcoin, and potentially even larger corrections on most of the tokens that are overbought at this stage. Yeah, this is what I'm expecting. Again, I'm going to drop a full update on this chart and exactly what to look for and what dates, and I'm going to put it up on the chart on the 𝗕𝗲𝗃 Club channel, so go and do that. There's a link in the description, but you can also see it up here and join in there. Let me see what is happening. Here for contrarian calls. I'm so happy. Claim, thanks Fefe, lunch money. I'm happy. It's actually awesome. I think we're going to integrate them. I think it's amazing. I think we should do this much more often. Tariffs, remember 1st of August, tariffs kick in. Yes. Is it worth it shorting? I did short. So I also explained it on the 𝗕𝗲𝗃 Club. I even have a bot set up here on the 𝗕𝗲𝗃 Club on this show, because it's going to, yeah, pip in the channel so you can see it here. I even told you how I'm shorting, but I did take an INJ short. Now again, I took the short and INJ came out with a fucking big announcement after that, so like obviously I'm not happy about that, but ultimately yes, I am short, and I'm also short Bonk, because I do think that Bonk is going to lose its hype. But I all explained here on the 𝗕𝗲𝗃 Club. Will traders clear their books for end of month? And that's also the other thing. It's yeah, it's going to happen. Have we not already touched the CME? No, we haven't. Lagging, accept request. Yeah, we'll do. Tariffs in the evening event, remember 1st. Yes, we did that. Guys, I think this is it. I wanted to address one more thing that I think could be very relevant, and that is the ZORA things. I have not heard about this ZORA token, right? Until it went 260% last week. So I did a little bit of a deep dive here, a very short explanation. Again, I'm gonna drop it today on the 𝗕𝗲𝗃 Club, so you might want to check that out. But it's true that it's basically top performing alt in the last 3 months because of the massive push it had. It went 260% last week. But the whole idea is that they integrated into Base, so you have this Instagram-like platform where you can simply do content, and you can monetize your content. It's some kind of social fi. I'm gonna explain all that. I'm gonna drop a video, a 5-6 minute video on the 100x Club, so go and check that out. Guys, I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, spending time with me. Your contraband take is only reason why I'm tuned in today. I'm happy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out this video. Is going to be the 100x Club. We're probably gonna put in the ZORA show when it's there. Also click here to subscribe and check out the playlist that I do here every single day. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like, share this with your friends. Stay sane, stay happy, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.